game because people cannot wait. So we have JPB, we have Rise, we have Aegon, and we have myself in round one. Okay, so one Dora and not the greatest of starting hands in all honesty. We're also last dealer, which may be relevant. So let's kick things off. Not too much to get rid of in terms of honest terminals, so I want to keep the West for a little bit, just in case we can get a random pair of them. So in this instance, we will cut to the 8-2, since they're kind of loose Sozi tiles at this stage. These, if that was 3-7, we'd probably be inclined to keep, because there's a reasonable chance we could improve things on that. But as it turns out, we're actually on for... Well, I mean, we could add a stretch, push this to half flush with West backup. One door has been played. This is probably our time to get rid of it if we're going to. Not going to in this instance because we've got more important things to get rid of first. So our last loose Sozu. Okay, in this case we will get rid of the West. And I don't know. I mean, Toy Toy is probably an option with this hand in all honesty because plenty of pairs, but not a lot else going for it. We won't call that just yet. We'll play the red. We'll see. Because half flush is still a potential thing, or actually a full flush in this case. If we draw the 3, that would help. Get rid of a 9, then 6, and then we'll debate things. Okay, we're in 7 pairs then. So we're 1 away from 7 pairs 10 by. 2-4, not really a lot of value behind it. And Toy Toy is still something we'll consider. So 3 is going to be useless to us if we go Toy Toy or 7 pairs. Actually, it wouldn't necessarily be useless in a 7 pairs situation, has to be honest, but there we go. Alright, so we have 7 pairs. We're going to reach it. 4 is not the best thing to be reaching on in this situation, but... Okay, I shouldn't have done that in that case. Threat has been put. We'll see. Also, all the chat from the previous game is still up, but doesn't matter. Alright, 8-man. So he's gone all terminals into that, so he's probably on a Tanyo Pintu standard style hand. I am literally waiting on the 4. But thankfully I'm drawing similar tiles, so... I'm reaching 3rd reach. This is always a dodgy one. And he discards a 7 to do it. Yeah, almost certain. Yeah, he's on a 2-sided weight. So that was a better working weight than mine. But I'm not too disappointed in that. It is only round 1. He is the dealer. But Aegon basically gave away 1,000 points there by overstretching. And you've already had a finished hand. Discussed, but I'm not sure entirely. Nope. 1 away, and that would be why the reach happened. Alright, another set of West. Not really doing a lot of good, but equally not doing us any harm either. Alien Wind, probably save tiles for later, especially with 1 gone. Yeah, 7. It was a 3rd reach, and generally speaking, if there's 2 reaches on the board ahead of you, you need a monster hand to push with that any further, because almost certainly they're going to be on something better, or at least there's more outs you can go into, effectively doubling your risk for not a lot of gain. And in that case, Aegon just lost 1,000 points for no effect on the board, really. Okay, so we're at the point now we're starting to cut. We're going to cut the 1-2. Leaning potentially towards Tanyo, potentially towards Pinfu. We can always get rid of the West if we want to, but I'm going to keep them for safe tiles for a little bit. 7 pairs, 10 by. I mean, Aegon, you're probably hearing me, which you're not supposed to be doing, just FYI. But if you had 7 pairs, it's not a great waiting pattern because you only have 1 winner. And that was the problem I had. I knew that any reach after mine was going to be more likely because I only had 3 winning tiles. Okay, that's not a bad draw. Let's, at this point, cut the Wests. So we've got 2 and 8, which can both become pairs, so we're not too worried about this. At this point, we're just looking to progress the hand, get us into a Tanyo position which is going to be slightly more secured by doing this. Also, because we've just drawn that, I feel we're now going to call anything that comes up, with the exception of Rise's Reach. So Red Dragon is just been played by Aegon, but that was not a safe tile. It was live before Aegon played it. It was a really dodgy thing. Because, you know, he just happened to be in a pair weight for it. So I can go for this. Call, play the 8, and go into a 3-6. 8 is not a guaranteed safe tile against this, though, so it's a little dodgy. Gonna play it anyway. 3-6. Wrong 3. So Tanyo only. Wrong 6. And he deals in. So there was an argument for Suji there, but that was fine. Yeah, this is what... Now, you're looking at that weight pattern, it could very easily be the other way around. It was in a closed 6, but if that was actually the 6 instead there, he'd been on a 3-sided weight and I'd have dealt in on the 2-5-8. It was not necessarily a sensible thing for me to be playing with at that point. Also, Aegon is starting to sink a little bit here. Let's play south. And east, since one's been played. In fairness, I am on a bounce. I'm on 4 wins on the bounce in my last stream, so I'm due a bit of bad luck here. The league table, for want of a better thing, is basically me on top, followed by Stel Chiral somehow. Mahjong God, despite having one of the worst sessions since we've started doing this. I mean, it was a bit... He ran badly. It wasn't as if he was playing badly. He just ran badly. It happens. But I'm due some bad fortune now. That being said, I'm not exactly doing terribly. It's just I'm not winning and I'm not securing hands at this point. So where are we looking at from this? The hand is honestly a little bit of a mess still. We got 4 pairs, but it's a really awkward thing to go for at this stage. I'd be happier if I had another pair of 9s, so that gives me a backup. Yaku, potentially. But, yeah, we're not really getting anywhere with this. There's an outside stretch for Sanchiku, but I need 3 edge draws, basically. 7 edge, because it's the only thing that helps the 8-9s. And I don't have the other 2. If I had either of the other 2, I'd be calling that and trying to secure it. But at this point, we can afford to play a little more safely at this point. We've discarded our 3rd south. But honestly, we're not looking in a position to fight Rise at this point. Or JPB, actually come to that. But JPB is still discarding terminals. So he's probably close, but he's not getting lucky enough. Rise is discarding middle tiles. So he's probably progressing. Or at least trying to increase the efficiency of his hand somewhat. So he's likely in a Dot or Manzu weight from this. But is probably still 1 away. Maybe in Tenpai with that 7 drop. But Rise likes to reach, so it's likely that if he is in Tenpai, he will reach. Okay. Gana's up in the 9 now. It's probably the one dodgy tie we have left. It's possible he was just slow rolling it, playing in sort of a conservative Tenpai, trying to improve the hand. He might be waiting on, say, Nipeiko or getting a Pinfu. Okay. Off goes Aegon. We're going to discard the 9s. Safest tile we have against everybody considering. I mean, they've not played a lot, but equally they've not really been looking at anything other than Tanyo hands here. They play terminals basically all the way down the board, so edge tiles are probably the safest against these 2 hands. Aegon, no idea. Same justification for why he played the 9 there. He's been playing terminals all game. Rise has been playing terminals all game, so might be slow rolling. So... Okay, he's called for Tenpai. So Rise is almost certainly in Tenpai at this point. Because otherwise it makes no sense to call this late. And Aegon picks up a win. So he was waiting on Pinfu, 4-7. Didn't get Izzy Peiko, but that's Tanyo Pinfu. That's actually a good hand. That's the standard hand that I would normally try and go for in a game of Mahjong. Tampin Sumo and Pinfu where possible. Yeah, Tampin, Sumo, and yeah. I know what I mean. All right, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is not great, but we'll give it 1 or 2 turns just to try and see whether a certain thing is on. If not, we are probably going to have to ditch and play safety here. All right, I think it's on. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 1 pair. So we are 4 away from Kokushi Maso. However, I do see white dragons already flying out the board. And that's one we haven't secured yet. So white dragon, west wind. 1 is good. Okay. 2 from Tenpai. So 2 wests as well. So we need a west, we need a white dragon, and we need a 9 so. 3 wests. There's 1 west left. If that gets played, my Kokushi is dead. Okay, nothing I can do about that. Alright, 7's not helpful. So yeah, it's fairly obvious what we're going for here, but I don't know whether anybody's playing safe against it, because the likelihood is quite low. Even from here, success rate is not in my favour. It would only take somebody randomly holding a west or a pair of white dragons now, and my hand is finished. 9 so is not out as well, so I still need 3. 3 away with probably 7 more draws. Five more draws, 3 tiles needed. 1 9 has been played. Second 9. I wonder if he was playing safe against that then. Actually, probably not based on things. Yeah, okay, so now we need exact 3 draws to get this done. Draw, 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 and then somebody has got to deal in with that last one. And that's the third 9. So odds are not high here. Third white. Yeah, this is a dead hand now. Dead hand, no sense in dealing in. We're just going to safety roll this. No 10. That's Dora 3 as well. So Rise played a Dora on the first turn and has basically made JPV really awkward. He's actually more threatening than I am now, and this is my dealer turn. This is when I'm supposed to be threatening. Also, it doesn't help that our hand isn't really coming together through anything. Alright, so I think the plan is half flush here. Which is going to be awkward. I need to draw. I need an Aegon to play a 2. We need help, or we need to draw tiles. Arguably, this is overcommitment here, but we are dealer, and I need to put a threaten up. He's decided Dora 4 is the way to go. 2 puts me in Tenpai. I have to go for it at this point, unfortunately, which is really bad. You did, and that's our half flush dead. Short of him discarding a 5 dot, I cannot play this. So I am out at the moment. I mean, I can hit Tenpai still, but that's as good as I can manage with this. So now we are definite folding against this one. South-South has been played. Which is a shame. I don't want to do this on my dealer turn, especially as he looks to have a half flush hand. Rise decides to attack it. That's alright. He can deal in. I actually don't mind that. Six is safe. Suji to rise. Against Suji, but that was tenuous at this point. He probably has a Tanpin hand based on all terminals up to this point. So Red Dragon's probably... actually, Hagen's played... That's the second time I've drawn a dodgy Red Dragon just after... that. Yeah, this is what I mean. That was his opening play, Dora free. Then went into a Khan on it. And unfortunately, that was my dealer threat over and done with. And that's the 5 dot that we definitely couldn't discard. That is a Sun Bite... No, that... Yeah. Sun Baiman. And this is why you don't reach into big hands like that. I could have told you that was half flush at least, and going full flush means basically he's run away with it, and we are going to sit in second place on this nonsense. Alright, so we bust Rise out, we finish second. We can take that. White Dragon. Yeah, that's exactly what... I mean, I was kind of trying to half bluff him into something dodgy, but I was probably only pushing because... Yeah. I kind of saw a half flush available early before he went and called the Khan. After that, and knowing that 5 dot, I'm out. It was dodgy enough when I discarded the 1 dot against him, which is why he got the sequence to get him to Tenpai. After that, yeah. This is a quick hand, actually. This should be okay. And it might even be worth our time seeing if we can snipe Rise here. Although, actually, this hand's not valuable enough to snipe him. Yeah, I did. Get. Alright. So that puts us 1 from Tenpai. Probably could have... Actually, that was fine. That'll be fine. So... 5 gives us potential at going something else with this. But I think we'll keep with what we got at the moment. Yeah, we're only interested in cheap hands just to try and either knock Rise out or just maintain. I don't think we're going to be challenging for JPB right now. And it probably makes more sense in context to just try and secure second. So 5 play 6, 2-sided weight. Okay, call it for Tanyo, but... okay. So now we do have to play the 6. I can call that for Tenpai. Yeah, okay. It's cheap, but I'm going to take it right now. So 5-8. Most of this is just closing out the game a little bit here. We're kind of helping JPB out. But unless I get a monster hand, I'm not really challenging him. And currently with that as Vidora, not going to happen. I'd much rather be in position to try and secure second. And we do that. So cheap, but we'll take it. We also knock him off the dealer turn, which might be relevant later. Okay, now this is a hand that I can do something with. Double Dora, south as well. So Yaki High Dora and very close to Tenpai after those calls. So if we can get one of the early Dora / South calls, that sorts us out immensely. Yep, that's useful. Okay, one from Tempai. Obviously prefer South, but if we draw the free and get Dora free, I'll take it. Not quite. Perfect. Tempai, 5-7. 4-7. So South Dora free, Mungan. Direct hit from JPB would be quite nice. Well, true, but this is... Hands that are a mess happen a lot. And I know he can't hear me, but it's still true. Although he has discarded East, East, 1-1. East is kind of a useless tile in this situation, but he's discarding pairs of things, which doesn't suggest he's doing well, or if he is... If I think he was a pro player, I'd say he's basically given up for the moment. Tiles of Confusion. Hello, Draconis. How are we doing? You see, JPB has hit a... I'm not going to take the win, though. Now, I didn't take the win here because I wanted to do this. There we go. Boom. That wasn't entirely how I drew it up, but that was kind of what I wanted to happen. This is what you do. It worked. Hello, I'm surprised. That gives me a half chance of coming back into this game. Oh dear. So now I've got a chance of coming back into this game. I am last dealer. I've now discarded a pair of reds. Awesome. Also, Xenos now has 2 votes as well as Homeworld and Stellaris looking at that. That can't be good for me. 9 so rather. But yeah, sometimes winning off the right person is somewhat more important, especially if you need to try and secure things. I could have taken points off Aegon and secured second. That was something I could definitely have done. But now I've given myself half a shot at getting a JPB. We'll keep that since it's Dora for now. Why would you mean would have? What have you voted for? He's discarding a bunch of stuff that I'm interested in taking. Alright, we'll get rid of the 1, we'll get rid of the 3 here. Alright, JPB reaching from the lead. A little dodgy, but... Yes, of course, of course. We believe you. Yeah, I think I guess playing the 6s here. I don't want to give him more points, and I can be last dealer if I stay on this. Kind of hoping that Rise / Aegon can do something here. I might be wrong, but we'll see. Right now, I'm just looking at possibly it's Susan, just not dealing into this. East. He's not the dealer. If he wants East, that's a very random thing for to be waiting on. It could have dealt in, of course, but... Alright, let's gamble it. Okay, that passed. And he sumos. Oh, 7 pairs. With Dora as well. Well, that undoes my chances of winning this. Now I need a direct Hanneman, basically, don't I? Yeah. Direct Hanneman or multiple hands. I do have 2 Dora, though. We? Again, I would have loved to have called that, but White Dragon is more important right now. I need that first. But if I can go White Dragon Dora free, that's a good start. The only thing I can't really do is declare a reach. And the reason I can't declare a reach is because I can't afford to avoid the hit from that. And since I can't reach, there's no harm in calling. Well, JPB doesn't normally chat in the thing, but, you know. Oh, there we go. All right, so that gives us that. Yep. Okay, 6-9. Oh, we have a side game nearly? Perfect. I'm actually going to gamble here and go for this. It's a little bit of a gamble. That would be for a 10, but he's played an 8. He doesn't need 8. South. He's played South. Hello, Urza. Wardot is a really rubbish discard here, but okay. We'll swap, go with that. So now I'm in a 4-dot only. With 1 left. 4-dot Hellweight, basically. But is that better? Oh, I don't know if this is better or not. Okay, 4 passed. Bit fortunate there, but we have to take chances. 7 or 3. I'm going to go with 7 on the basis he played that earlier. He also discarded the 2, so he might need something near that. I'm also for a 10 with this weight. But, you know, when does that ever bother me? Love the direct hit on him, but I'm happy to take it off of Aegon as well. Alright, Khaning up. Khan! This was easy, Khan. I'm in 2nd place. Aegon! Why would you ruin things like that? He obviously changed his weight not too long ago, because I played that free literally 2 turns earlier. Well, I'm happy to take that then. I will go into 2nd place, and I imagine that this means that I'm going to be slightly too late for joining the backup game. Yep, I imagine I was. Okay, well, I've got a thing to observe then. Somewhere. It won't let me observe it until we get to 7:32. So it is Cheetek, JPC, Urza, and Kung Pao Deb. So I'm actually going to remove myself from the queue for the moment, but if we find another 3 people in there, let me know and we will go and join that. I'm going to do some observation and analysis. So, Aegon, pay attention. We will also be analysing, I don't know, who should we be analysing? Because in theory it's Aegon, myself, and Draconis who's around. Indeed she is. Alright, we'll observe Kung Pao Debbie. I just queued. So that means we got 3. Okay, no, we have a game. Okay, perfect. So we have Draconis, myself, Aegon, and JPB. Round 2 then. Somebody please tell me the results of the... Okay. This is a silly hand. I'm just going to point that out there now. This is a silly hand. If I was feeling Yakumanish, this is a 9 Gates hand. Now, 9 Gates, or Churin Poto, is one of the most ridiculous Yaku in the game. And it's the only reason we're passing that one. But we have Churin Poto as a potential thing this could blossom into. So we need one of every one of the tiles in the sequence. Triplets of the 1s and 9s. And one other tile. It is 9 gates, Churin Poto. It is a really, really silly hand. I mean, in fairness, Chinitsu is a really silly hand in this situation anyway. But Churin Poto. Churin Poto. Still need to draw the 8. Still need to draw the 5. But it's nearly there. That would be the 5. Unfortunately, I can't call any of these. But, well, apparently there's been a nice hand in the other game. This is the annoying bit of Tiles of Confusion now. The chat is going to be ever more confusing because it's obviously affecting both games. And they both are in simultaneous chat here. Alright, Riichi. That kind of kills my Churin off. White Dragon is safe. West is safe. GPP has decided to call. This means we play defense here. It's just a shame. I'd really love to continue on with Churin. Churin Poto would be such an amazing thing for us to go for in an attempt, but we're just going to play our 9s out. Had to fold the Churin. Alright, so JPP begins with a monster. So dealer Hanneman to start things off. Hello, Egan. You've already been in the chat for a little while, but fine. I think I disconnected. Well, that's up to you. I think you lost a lot of points, but then so did we, so it's all good. You're still here, sir. You're still talking. Therefore, you will do the thing. Alright, so here we're just basically looking towards getting our Tanyo Pinfu. Just sort of trying to ease out of JPV's high wave he's going through at the moment, because he is working that jam at the moment. All right, cut the 9. Should have arguably cut the 7, but we're looking to other things at this point. We're also getting to the end of row 1, and we're still quite a few away, so we now need to draw some lucky tiles to get there. Okay, cut 7 now. Worst comes to it, we cut the 4-2. But we have possibly Itsu as a thing, and then it's just whatever else we get around this, in all honesty. Yeah, there we go. So that kind of... Admittedly, we give up the 2-3-4 Sanshku, but I feel this is far more likely a possibility. Just get a Itsu or Pinfu out of this. And we're fairly heavily signaling dots are safe, so there's that. Alright, Draconis calls the 5s. Gotta consider he's in Tempai, but he really doesn't want dot tiles, so we're okay with that. Drawing the 5 would be okay. So we're basically 2 tiles away here. But we really could do with a bit of help. Most likely we're going to be folding. Yeah, east-north, and we'll stick on the fold plan. Two whites have been played, so we know that one's safe as well. So there's the 7 we needed. Still 2 from tempo with that draw, but a few more options on it. So we draw a 7, we're in tempo. Otherwise we're in a edge weight for a 7. And playing the 6 is a little dodgy in this situation, in all honesty. West is safe up top. Second one's played there. That's fine. West is more than okay right now. Gonna do this because there's a chance we can just go into a double pair weight, which might be better. But we're really at the end of the game now. It's just about staying in tempo or securing tempo. 8, I imagine I'm just going to use the safe tiles, actually. There's an argument being made for calling that and trying to force tempo, but both of them likely want Manzu. So we're just going to use our safe one and rest out the rest of the game. That's a late live dragon, sir. That is a very late live dragon. Again, why call if you're not going to get tempo? And I've also blundered there. I shouldn't have played the West. I see. I see. I mean, there are less convincing reasons for why you would play a silly move, but we'll take that one. So 2-4 Sanchku is a potential thing from this. Pinfu as well. Should have kept the West as it turns out, but hey. Other than that, Pinfu Dora 1. Heavily likely to be Tanyo as well. We'll see what we can do with this. Problem with the way that things are lining up at the moment is that we might have to get rid of the 8 dot to hit tempo, which I'd rather not do. I mean, arguably Sanchku would be worth it, but yeah, I feel we got to cut this now. The two sides getting isolated on this side. The 3 would be useful certainly, but I feel that Sanchku's out is a thing we could go for right now. And that, of course, is the announcement of Aegon to go into Reach. North isn't live, so we'll play it. It is Aegon's Wind, but he's also given us a safe tile we can toss, so we'll do that as well. Alright, Green Dragon. 2 of them have been played. It is safe, but again, just looking at surviving the hand right now. Okay, different beast calling. Playing aggressive on his dealer turn. We draw another 2. Let's play a 4 up. Actually, it was 3 played. Well, I think 4 was safe. Well, 8's safe, of course, but you know. Alright. Looks like shenanigans are happening in the other game, at least. 3 dot is safe. Hey, Debbie's is doing well then. Or he's got a win. Oh, that's a good draw. Alright, so we'll play the 8. Not out of value, unfortunately, but out of safety concerns. So if we can draw a 7 or a thing, that is monstrous. That feels bad. Against a known Dora that much? How much do I want this? This is a nothing hand. It's also for a 10 nothing hand. Well, I'm glad I didn't reach on the furry 10 nothing hand, but I'm also glad that came off of it. So that saves our bacon a little bit. West isn't a useful call right now. However, 7 pairs seems like a thing we can try for here. 7 pairs would potentially east back up. If we can draw a second east, that'd be perfect. Yeah, get rid of the middle ones. Debbie's leading. Hooray. Oh, nice. Okay. Play the 5 dots. So we're now 7 pairs. 2 Dora. Very nice. This was a really quick hand. 7 pairs, Dora Dora. Waiting on the 9 man, which could be played. Boom. Seven pairs. And 2 Orator as well. Hanneman, please. Thank you very much. Game on. Game on, good sir. I do. I got really. That was fortunate in a lot of ways, but I'd have been happy with Mungan off of that. In fairness, just to become dealer. But now the game is entirely on, with the exception of Egan. This isn't a great hand, but we've got a few things we can do if to get the East, which is Double Ton and Nonsense. In the meantime, I'm going to get rid of my terminals and slowly see if we can build the rest of this up. Having Double Ton as backup for anything we do is always nice. Especially when somebody gives it to us. So call, and then we're in the pair weight. Oh, nice. Okay, West Wind. So we've still got a way to go, but we're looking reasonably developed now. Just like to draw a pair of something else we have. Alright, that could be useful as well. So that gives us 2 runs we can call. I'll have to analyze the game, sir, to find that one out, unfortunately. Okay, well, this looks dodgy. We risk it. Oh, I meant to risk the 8. I meant to risk the 7 rather than the 8. Well, it's done now. Alright, 7 passes. Which makes this kind of worthless to us now, really. Pair of 6 dots is fine. One dot seems unlikely. It's both Suji and also he played a dot very early on, so if we don't want any dots, it's going to be around the middle. Same argument can you make for the 2 here. Honestly, not really pushing at this point, or at least I don't feel like I should be. I kind of want to fold, but I've got no other options for folding. Okay, let's play this out. Yeah. Closed freeway. It was a pair weight. Okay. 7 pairs. No Iridir for him. So he wouldn't have won if I hadn't played that. Actually, no, there was one available, I think. But that's fine. That means we're now tied in 2nd place. He has priority. Where's the error? No idea, sir. Not enough worship of the Mahjong gods. Yes, sir, your point being? Alright, we'll take that. We're only 7,000 points from there, so... Oh, but that's an easy challenge. The hand's not bad. It's quite quick in a lot of ways. Just 1 call away and we can have Tempai. Actually, no, that's a lie with 2 away. That, though, gives me a lot of calling potential. I can call 2 free and get ourselves into it that way. Now I'm 1 call from Tempai. Provided it's one of these. Well, there's an art to defending a lead, and apparently Debbie doesn't have that. She's got the art of attacking a lead, which is more the Chiral, not the Chiral, the Kriev school of Mahjong. You're in the lead, punish. Okay, that might be useful. Let's go with the 9 discard here. I don't think Debbie was necessarily talking to you, but okay. Alright, playing a little risky here, but... So they draw an 8 now, that puts me into a 2-sided Tempai. 9 doesn't help. No, it's more the Kriev school of of charge, I think, is the way to prefer it. Or just reach everything, can't everything, all-out attack, never stopping. And he made it work because he didn't actually go all-out attack, which is the one thing that nobody gets about his School of Mahjong. He played very defensively. He just didn't seem to be ever playing defensively. But he did have a handle of always wanting to force the lead if he had it. Ooh, if 7 goes, I actually can do this here. So 7 dot free man for Tenpai. For the winner, of course. Hellweight and what I believe is a Hellweight. Free. 4/4. Yeah. Wrong person. Alright, I fall down to 3rd. You know, I play badly and then I get rewarded with things like this. This is a beautiful hand. This is a beautiful hand. I'm 1 from Tenpai already. And it's a 2-sided one. Actually, no, I will have to do some bits here, I think. But draw the 2. Yeah, I'm still... I'm not quite there, actually. I need a bit more work. It's still quite a good, quick hand if you're after my sort of thing, which is always Tanyo Pinfu nonsense. I suppose if I draw one of my pairs, that's Tenpai, so... Yeah, double pair weight. I mean, Tenpai, and I'm going to continue to have that Tenpai, but I'm going to look to see if I can grab a 2-5 exchange. Just see if I can bump the value up by 1. So honestly, this hand's not worth taking. Even here, I'm kind of... I could try and just drag this down towards a 2-3-4 3-4-5 Sanchiku. And that seems like a lot of work. An incidental pair weight is never a bad thing to have. Draw a 3, discard the 6, draw a 2. Does that change anything? Actually does. So this means we're now a free 6 swap away from having Sanchiku. So if I draw that 3 dots, then we have Tanpin Sanchiku. Tanpin Sanchiku nonsense. And incidentally, we're still waiting on a 2-2. This is a perfect example of being in Tenpai, not reaching, not overstretching, and seeing what you can do to maximize the hand value out. That doesn't actually help as much. We're doing this, lads! Yeah, probably was a good idea to discard the first dragon. At least you didn't draw them sequentially. And JPB had a worse hit from you here. He's lost 2 bonus tiles in a row. Hooray! On tiltage. Which I can't watch. Alright, in calls. Drawing that 3 dot would be amazing. Not happening yet, though. I've got to be ever more careful about things, really. Alright, more 1 dots. Four dot doesn't help me. Need that 3 dot. Westwind doesn't help me. I'm getting to the point now where I might even as well just reach just to try and hold the game off a little bit here. Oh dear. Is Debbie being mean again? And if so, good. You all deserve it. Can't do a win to real 4 for nothing. You killed Urza. Well done. Alright, no turn. I mean, I'll take it. In all honesty, I was trying to stretch this to Sanchki the whole time, but yeah, I'll take that. 3,000 points from a draw. Nothing from his dealer turn. Put myself back up. I don't know if I taught you that. You should not be carning from first place, Missy. That's the Kriev school of Mahjong talking. We don't approve of that school. We approve of playing defensively, riding the game out, never dealing in, making no errors, and certainly not putting more points on the table when you don't need to. Yes, I'm not sure who you surpassed, Agan, but, you know, I'm sure we'll find somebody eventually. Well, that's it. You could. Oh, that was a great draw. Okay. So we've got a potential Chancer on here, or Junchan actually. If I can draw 9, get a bit lucky here. Oh, very nice. Alright, we'll keep the 6 for the moment here, but we are now looking for Junchan. Same, I discarded a lot of things here. Very nice. Okay. Yeah, let's go for it. I mean, I'm not seeing a reason not to at this stage. I still need to draw something. But it's not looking bad here. Free, play that, because it's in Tempai for 6-9. That puts us kind of there. I mean, if I draw another 9, or another 1, actually. Okay. Alright, I need the 3, and then I'd need to go for a 10 for the last 9. Or we can just do that. Okay, Friso is our target. Friso for Junchan. No Dora. Free dot, free dot, free dot. 5. Alright, 6. Yeah, okay, safe tiles, safe tiles. 3 was just before the reach. Go on, play the Friso. Give me the Friso. Give me the Friso just this once. There's 3 of them left. This is an unusual hand to pull off in many ways. Especially as my hand does not look as if I'm going for anything Chanter related. Based on all the discards, I have not gone for anything Chanter related. It's kind of hidden. Rather spectacularly here. So as you look like the safest tiles against me and all, so certainly seems to be well everybody else is playing. There we go. Run. Boom, Junshan. Reach Junshan. And 1 Dura for Mungan. There we go. Nicely done. Alright, let's see what else I can do here. A dot. Should have had Tempai a long time ago. Not going to calm that. We're actually in the lead out of that one. Although now JPB is going to come back at me. Alright, let's play Dragon here. Just make sure that's definitely safe. And then we'll see what else we can do. I mean, honestly, the rest of the hand isn't looking great. For a dealer turn, I'd really prefer something a little stronger than this. We can probably work around bits and pieces. We've got 1 sequence now. Can probably get into the middle reasonably well. Go for pin food later, discarding the west. If we can draw a pair of east, that gives us a little bit of hand security in terms of things. Pair of 1s there. Yeah, I can reach again. There's our points. Oh dear. Is your game still going on? I thought that ended. I thought you busted Urza out. Or is it you just restarted? Oh, what? You've got him down to exactly 0 and he's now just messing around with that. Jeez. No, if she's on insane dealer turn, then that wouldn't have happened. Oh, I've dealt in. All right, that's a Mungan back. Well, so much for that dealer turn. Alright, so South 4, last hand. I need to hit a direct... I need a direct Mungan in order to win this game now. And without Dora, that's looking awkward. Alright, cut the rest of that. So what are we exactly looking at then? Have you given up on the game that much, Rice? Look, Kyril got to observe the absolute pummeling. He has a video dedicated to Kriev going on an absolute pummeling. There's no way Debbie's can be that bad. It's probably the best YouTube video I've watched in absolutely ages, but that was... he even has points. 52,000 isn't ridiculous by any means. There's only 100,000 in the game, sir, so that is 530, you know. I mean, more than half the points, I mean, it's a thing. And also, I discarded north there. I'm distracted, and unfortunately, this is affecting me a little bit, so I'm going to have to... Yeah, I don't know how I can actually do anything about this. I need to get all these dot tiles in. I need to do an Itsu. I need to get something. Currently, this is not it. Yep, there you go. I mean, that's fine. You're in attack range, so it's not as if the game has been completely won. You've got the range to actually come back and win that. Well, JPB is helping me out a little bit by declaring that. Hanneman's not enough, so I still need the direct hit of some kind. And that, unfortunately, is going to have to be this, I think. We're going to go for that possibility 2 again. Play with Suji. Reach, hope for Uradura. Well, that ends that. Half flush. That's not actually a good hand. That might take you into second. That will take him into second. I am robbed of seconds. In fact, he's has robbed him of the win as well. Nicely done. Nicely done. My reach helped. Alright, well that puts me down in the third there. I actually need to go and observe a game. Where are we? This is going to be a little awkward here, so bear with me on this one. I mean, I'm 5 minutes behind you, and also I've got to get this actually going correctly at this point. So bear with me 2 moments while I do things. So we want to mute that, change this to and that should be it. So it's not perfect, but we'll just do this for now. Okay. So we're observing Debbie, who is in the lead by a reasonable margin here. That also was not the best way to do that. Apologies. So Urza on 1,000 points. Cheatek, 36. Call from Debbie. White Dragon. Yeah, Dragon secured. It's a fairly good hand, in all fairness. It's only 1 away, really, from being Tempai. A couple of good things you can call here. 5 or 7 will get her there. 2 is less useful, but that means she's now securing the Toy Dragon. And also you can just call for an obscure 2-sided weight here, 2 free potentially. Yeah, it's time for some analysis. I'm probably going to call that a stream. Well, actually, I don't know. It's quite early. Maybe I won't call that a stream. How many people do we have waiting? Not any at the moment. Well, we'll see. I haven't done analysis in a little while, so actually I'm reasonably keen to do this. At least see what's going on from various people. I know Ryan said at some point he was going to shut that thing off. So yeah, Debbie now discards the 8, goes into an obscure 4 free weight, or goes into a single 8 weight. So she's still making errors. Because the thing about keeping the 4 there is that you win on the 4 and you also win on the 3 because you effectively sequence in that. Doesn't matter if she got as the early anyway. Also, that was a Dora indicator. So that was less reason to take that one. So yeah, Toy Dragon, 5,200. Moving on to the next hand. So yeah, there's a 5-minute delay on the things here. So we know the game is about to end in about 5 minutes. Still, we will observe because, you know, you haven't done proper analysis in this kind in a little while. And sometimes, as I say, you find things out. No swipe first. But no worries. Alright, Debbie, catch you later. I'm probably not going to be streaming too much longer in my case, in any case. But, yeah, okay. So, not a bad little starting hand, in all honesty. I mean, to be fair, if you've watched Kyrol's video of him being destroyed by Horski, who basically went up to, I think, 87,000 by the end of the game. Yeah. We definitely had some beatings. Let me just check on something. Actually, there's one more game going, so I'm actually going to close out, join, and we'll just get back into this for the moment. I don't mind doing some analysis, but I will leave that for another time, I feel. Properties, back to the thing. It is very amusing. All right, this will be probably my last game of the night, just because it's going a bit late. But yeah, I think now that we're getting back to two-table things, I probably will have random matches off and just see about observing games for a little while. Because I do have fun doing it, and it does allow me to actually, you know, give some in-depth things. Don't take anything I say in that sort of environment too to heart, because I will equally tear apart my own hands from time to time if I'm observing them. So honestly, don't worry about it. This is a double Fun Pie hand, so I've got two things I can call for Fun Pie here. White Dragon, East, therefore we call everything. And this is a very typical call everything win hand. Now, unfortunately, we're not getting a lot of luck elsewhere, but you know. And if somebody could post the results of that game, that'd be useful, just so I've got it as... I know I can get it from the logs or whatever else, but it just saves me a bit of time in digging, in case it doesn't automatically appear on my screen for whatever reason. It should now I've watched it, actually, in fairness, but... Okay, so yet more failures on the high dot side. Okay, that's good. So now we've got something else paired. We now pretty much have Tenpai, whichever way round this goes. 5 so would be a bit of an obscure one to get rid of, but it does happen occasionally. See? Middle 5 has got rid of there. I'm going to keep getting rid of dot tiles until everybody gets bored of them. Okay, double Fanpai and Tenpai. 9's called by Cheetek, who has been discarding a lot of Sozu, so... Never know, might get another one. Also, I feel that's East into East there from Aegon. Nope, we're not going to call that. Oh, that's better. Do I give up Tenpai to try and secure things? I'm actually going to leave that for now. I'm going to stick in the free. I have double Fun Pie, so both of these are bonus tiles. So I have double bonus tile, double Dora. This is why I don't want to leave Tenpai, even though I could get a better weight than the free so that's left. I have 4 Dora here, so I want to be in Tenpai for anything I can do. Well, not 4 Dora, 4 Vampire. So this is Mungan. If I kept the 7, discard the 1, 2 eventually, I would have put ourselves into a 2-sided weight, which might have got me more winners, but by the time it takes me to get there, might cost me in the long run. Same with doing any changes here. Also, I've now put down a Suji tile, so there's a chance somebody will play the free. There we go. Thank you very much, Aegon. So double Fanpai, double Dora. And an 8,000 point deal in before we do to this. Okay, south to start. It's not my wind, but east is the main round wind here. You know what that's doing in the middle? It's the east round. East is a fun pie for everybody. Which is why we say it's the east round, and then we go say the south round, because the round wind matters. Also, this is a Sanshikyu hand. Mungan is totally good. Yeah, Mungan is a perfectly acceptable hand. Okay, we'll toss the east here. So, best hand that we're looking at here is Sanshikyu. So 7, 8, 9 in each suit. And it seems like a reasonable one to go for at this point, so that's what we will do. Can probably also get a Pinfu Sanshikyu as well here if I can do something off of that. And it's one of the... Okay, maybe we don't do that then. I don't know. I feel we have our pair established, so we'll back this down, see if we can get anything more here. If I draw a 7 on either side, we're probably going to force it. Well, now I don't know what we're doing. Alright, let's stick with the plan. Stick with the plan. Get rid of our 3-4 here. can always discard another 2 and take this down from a triplet to a pair. We're not doing that. Also, we'd have got it if we'd have kept it. See, this is why you shouldn't vary up your hand, or at least get distracted by potential. I want to say yes and no, because what... Tenbai, and if I draw that 7, we are going for the Sanchiku. So I can take the win if I sumo, but that's pretty much it from this point. I am much happier if I can draw a 7 here. I am so happy if I draw a 7. I'll take the win if I draw the 9 or the 8, of course. It's only a cheap win, but sumo only. But I want the big hand. We want the big hand. We'll probably reach in 3 turns if we don't get anything before this anyway. Okay, 2 more draws and then we'll reach. Well, maybe we're not reaching then. We'll see. North is safe. In more than that, it also can one tile can be discarded to try and force it that way. Well, this is a thing. Let's toss that for now. And he sumos. So he was in a 1-5 pair weight. So a similar kind of weight pattern to what I was. Takes a small win, goes up to 21,000 points. Denies us our Sanchiku. West to start. Is there another game going on, or? Egan, why you do this? No, I don't think a Yakuman was on from that, in all honesty. I mean, it might have happened, but I wasn't looking at it in that regard. Also, that is an open Khan there. Actually, no, I forgot you were in this game. So you've been commenting on all the other ones. That's why I forgot you were suddenly in it. Yeah, so open Khan from tied second, but they are Dora Dragons. The Dora Dragons is a dealer. Yeah, this is not looking good for me. So I've got I've got a Mungan on the right from the dealer, and I've got probably a Mungan on the left from Urza. These two I feel are just going to clash here, so we probably want to either stay out of it or try and build something really quick and sneaky. I don't think anybody's a buddy right now. Alright, second white. Yeah, white dragon was door, actually. Yeah, sorry. Wrong way around. So yeah, that's just dragon. Urza has Dora, though. that's a couple of good draws. Knock the microphone away in disgust at the good draws I'm getting. Alright, 6 dot would probably be fine against left, probably not against right. Let's just play the 8 for the moment. You don't have Fordora. I thought you did initially, actually, in fairness, but you don't. I might even be inclined to tell him that at some point. Yeah, there's a Resdora. But that's for dealing. So, half flush dragon. Yeah, half flush dragon is dealer's fine. Well, he won ultimately, so he wasn't punished for that. Well, whatever works for you. So Kitech in the lead by 5,000. We will toss the west, and that gets called. We will toss the south. That does not get called. Everything is good. Well, somebody's going for some nonsense on the left-hand side. But has 2 Yakuhai at the very least. This indeed. Indeed. So 1 from Tenpai at this point, which is not bad. Against double call, though. With no Dora to speak of. Also, I've been paid for some eBay sales. Yay! We eat tonight! Speaking of which, sir, I'm going to toss this if you're not going to claim it very soon. Alright, that makes discarding any Manzu now really difficult. So the only way we continue with this hand now is if we draw the middle tiles here, 7 and 3 specifically. Okay. Draw the 3 going to Tenpai then. Alright, Aiden decides to go for it. He'll drop a Manzu, he'll deal in. He didn't. Okay, fair enough. Well, aren't I surprised? Oh, that's annoying. Well, as much as I really don't want to do this. Alright, I played a couple of whites, so that should be fine. Seven not at its worst is a Suji against Aegon, so that's something we'll consider. One's already out as well. There's only one of those left. North is safe. 1 doesn't do a lot. 8 potentially does a lot of things. But let's try this. He wants it. He wants it. Closed weight for the 7, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, it was actually. Closed 7 weight. Okay, it's fine. Disadvantage going with Suji against a new player. They don't play like that. It was actually a really bad weight. If I hadn't played that, he wouldn't have got it. I'm not interested in calling with this hand at the moment. Maybe we had door 2, but one door floating, not a lot else going on. Now we'll call the second one. Yeah, it's fine. It does happen, and in fairness, if he was any good at the game and trapped me into that, I'd have absolutely 0 complaints. The fact he probably just lucked into it, just saw the reach button and pressed it, is another matter. But hey, it happens. And it just happened to be reasonably valuable as well. Only when my hand is terrible. Well, we're 1 away from another Tempai at this point. 9-9. I did get rid of a door a couple of turns ago, which might prove to be an error in this on balance, but we'll see. Yeah. Alright, so I might even be considering trying to stretch this to half flush, depending on things, but we're not that far behind Cairo. We can afford to take a free hand. Or just a quick win, as it turns out, but... yeah, it's got to help. It's got to help, ultimately. It also devalues your hand, which is the important thing. If you call that immediately, you are basically announcing your hand is going to be certain things. And usually, it will devalue your hand. Cairo continues to pick up a couple of quick wins there. Up to 38. Egan slides down a little bit. Silent Pinfu. I mean, there's no objection with that. That was actually perfectly valid. Alright, what do we got this time? We got not a lot. Incidental senpais. Also, this is basically Itsu coming up now. He says, call it, drawing that. Okay, so 7 into that gives us Itsu, Pinfu, two-sided. But I need to draw that 7. Or I'm going to have to risk it and just go for Itsu with 1 Dora. It's free hand, it's valid, but... Okay, Urza's double tone. Also, that's another... Actually, that's just the first 7 that's gone. Alright, here it is. Itsu Dora 1. On the 7 man. 3 left. I doubt anybody should... Nobody should play Manzo against my board at this point. And there we go. Chiral deals in. Only a 2-hand hand into the dealer. So there's 1,000 points on the exchange, but could have been worse. Alright, East goes. We're into South round. South with 4 pairs currently. None of my red 5s are paired up though. And we don't have any Dora. Okay, West Wind. Okay, so that changes what we do a little bit here. So we're going to toss the 1, and we're going to go for 10. We're going to go for Pinfu. Pinfu Sanchku potentially, depending on how things happen here. So obviously we could snake the 6 and the 5 down if it came to it. And we can always try and toss the pair of 1s and get ourselves off the ground that way if needed. And in fact, given that we got pairs going everywhere, let's discard the 1s now. So see if we can stretch this into Tanyo, Pinfu, Dora Dora. Okay, that changes things a little bit. Toss for 6. Five, 6, 7 is still a possible Sanchku option here if we get it. If I draw a 3 now, that of course opens up Pinfu, but we lose Tanyo. But it's enough of an investment to be worth it. Drawing the 4 would also give us a Pinfu weight on that side, so 2 to go. Okay, we'll toss the 8, because ultimately the 8 is going to need to be discarded at some point now or later. Obviously, if we now draw the 6 or the 9, it doesn't really make that much difference in terms of things, except that we now have a much easier Sanchku line if we get to the 6 now. 6, toss 8, then toss 4 when we get the 1-3. Or whatever weight we end up getting for here. So 5, 6, 7 Sanchku is still the target. And unfortunately that kills the target off. Unless I want to try and force things. Which maybe I do. But ultimately this is now a little isolated. Forcing things would be involving getting rid of the 1-2 and trying to keep things going on this side. But now if we draw a 3 we're in Tenpai discarding the 5, so we will do that. Okay, 4 dots. That's better. So now we got the 2-sided weight here. We can get rid of this, get back into Tanyo. We now have 3, 6 as our options. Eliminate Sanchku, but does mean we now have more chances of getting into this and 2 ways of getting ourselves into Tenpai for Pinfu. Okay, not able to follow him into Tenpai, unfortunately. Chiral decides to pursue. I have 2 dot, which is safe on the right, isn't necessarily safe on the left. That would have been Tenpai if we'd have gone for it. 7 is not safe. We're going to toss for 2. Seven is probably a reasonable discard against both of them based on the early discards, but it's not something I really want to push unless I get a hand together. 1 is safe on the right. It's not necessarily safe on the left, but I have 2 2s. Number 1's already played. And he sumos. That was a good hand. Sumo free Dora. Okay, well, I'm now dealer. And that is a lot of points I'm going to have to try and make up now. North to start. The Kai tech has finally recovered the god tech of Chiral, apparently. Because he was Mahjong God a little while ago, and he was second in the league table, even in spite of things at this stage. Let's toss for 9 to start with. Hand's not great. I need to pair one of these dragons up. Thanks for the follow. Yeah, I'm not calling 2. No sense in calling that on this board. Hand's nowhere near at this stage. West isn't helpful. It's a shame. It's the last dealer round as well. I really could do with something attacking with something, but nothing I could attack with would be a valuable enough hand. I guess that needed to be valuable. I just need to get across the line at this point. Alright, 7 dots is an okay draw. Still got the loose 7. We should probably get rid of him next draw or 2. Just to sort things out. Green Dragon played. Alright, Green Dragon it is. Maybe we'll go for our Riichi Mahjong. We'll see. Hey, sometimes that is playing defensively. And whoops, I actually meant to discover north there, not the red, but fine, we've done it now. Well, Newcomers is looking very far away now. But Pinfu's looking okay. East. So 9 down, 9 to go. So 7 terminals with no calls. Fortunately, that's useful enough that we're now just going to go for this hand again. Indeed. There is nothing wrong with the 1-so here, although we're going to discard it now anyway. Try and get the all simple set up. So we do need to get the win here. I think we're going to have to start calling and just trying to force things now. Does calling that benefit mean any way, meaningful way, shape, or form, though? No. That's a good draw. Let's cull this side of it. Well, to be fair, getting it once in 4 years is still probably more than most people would get it. As I say, it's not really a valid hand for so many reasons, but it's an occasion when you get a chance to nearly pull one off. I've been one away or basically one away, because I basically, for 2 turns before my last draw, I had to play one, and then I drew 2 more terminals after that. So that's the closest I've got. The terminals were mocking me after it was already dead. But I suppose that's better than being denied on the last tile. So 258 gets us into Senpai, or 2-5 there gets us into a 258 Senpai. But equally, I need to be in Senpai by the end of this. I suppose I could have called that 6 and gone into... Nah, wouldn't have worked. Alright, I need a 258 draw in the last. Otherwise this is going to fail. Nope, that's going to be it. That is rather annoying. Okay, so we still need a fair number of points to overtake Aegon in 2nd place, and I think that's now our primary target. Draw a dragon in hand. Let's see what we can do. If we can get a good hit off of Chiral in the South 3, then we got a shot at overtaking him for the lead. But right now we are more focusing on 2nd place. And White Dragon is the ideal tile to start things off on that chain. Yeah, Kaitek does have a huge buffer right now, but it's not too insurmountable if we get this Hanneman off. Fortunately, as a Dora would be needed for that, really. Okay, pair of red, pair of freeze. And Kara's still attacking. I'm kind of in the point now where it's not really worth worrying about that. We're just going to have to keep going anyway. So draw a 7, toss the 8, get us into 1 away from a 2-sided weight on both. Here's one I care a little bit more about, annoyingly. One, two, three, 1, 2, 3. We then have to rely on the 7 being safe, which it's just not. All right, 9 goes. Yeah, we just can't discard the 7 or the whites right now, which is really hampering our ability to attack at the moment. Yeah, got to fold it, which I really didn't want to have to do, but we've still got a shot. It's a long shot, but we're not dead. And in fact, if Urza can pick up the points, a few points off of Chiral here, that actually helps us out to a certain extent. Brings him slightly closer in line. All right, it's a sumo. And it might be Hanneman. Nope, Mungan. It technically brings him a couple of 1,000 points closer, but not close enough to really make that much of a difference in the scheme of things. Does put me into last, so I've got to consider that side of things now. So now I need a Mungan to get into second. Hanneman Sumo would not be enough as I only get 12 and 6. Yeah, I need a Baiman. Baiman from this seems really unlikely unless I draw 2/2/2 and get lucky on the Kandora. And Egan's determined to attack, which is his prerogative. He's in deal up seats for last hand. Okay, so again, Jinshan, reach, see what happens. Although Jinshan from here is still optimistic. Looking slightly less optimistic now. So 3-2 and a pair of something. Pair of 9s, most likely. I'm already in Tempai. Let's toss that for now. If I get a 1, man, then I can swap this around. That would have been my winner. I'd have just taken the win Andorra. But we need a bigger hand than that to do this. See, the 9 is really worth keeping. The reason I'm considering the 9 so much is that 2 1s have already gone, so this severely limits my ability to upgrade this hand. Worst comes through, I'm going to hope for Riichi Sumo, and that might be enough. Reach, Sumo, Dora. I need 6,000 points. Alright, 2 of my winners are gone and everybody else has gone nuts. Okay, fine. You know what this means? This means we go a bit mad. Yeah, I forgot about the 1-4 switch rule. I can't do that, which now really hampers my hand. Yeah, I should have just left that. I should have just reached on my turn. I don't even have Dora anymore. That's how bad that was. No, that was politest way of putting that. That was a cock up. In all honesty, because I should have just left that and waited to try and draw it. I got greedy. I saw it. I am a jammy goit. That's what I am. It's a hell weight on the 1-so, I believe. But no Dora now. It's open, Jinshan, nothing. So this is not valuable enough. Unless somebody were to declare a Khan and help me out, this is not good enough. Naked weight. Toy. I can take the win off of one of these two, and that's probably not enough points. Yeah, it's not enough points. Dealer is Tenpai. Thank God for that. Yeah, I had to ignore wins there because otherwise I was not going to score enough points. But yeah, I balls that up for myself a lot earlier than that. All right. Well, one door again. Yeah, he can do that again if he really wants to. I was happy to try and punish him with a reach, but you know, in the end, didn't pay off. So we don't need many points to overtake Urza now. So now it's more sort of, can we get free Han off of Aegon? Well, possibly not even that. 2 Han with Eternal Sequence or whatever. This is clearly too late for Mahjong Night. I've decided that now. You've all gone crazy. Good draw. Okay. So we're on for Tanya. Well, Pinfu at the very least. It depends how many pork pies you want. I mean, are they pork pies? Are they mince pies? Are they fruit pies? Are they, what? What kind of pies are they? Then we'll work out whether there's too many of them. Also, pie. Double Dora. There we go. So that's our pair sorted out. 2 Dora. How dare you, sir? He's declared a reach, so we're now only need 4-6. I've got 2 Dora. We're going for this now. Open Tanyo. Dora Dora. Well, I'm not going to finish last. At least not on that basis, but that was annoying. I was trying to snipe him. Alright. Well, now I need a big hand to take it from him, really. Actually, Mungan Sumo would give me 8,000. He would lose 4. So Mungan Sumo is the next best thing we can try. Also, I've got a 1-2-3 Sanchiku potentially on, and that might be our best play for getting a hand that can overhaul things. So let's get going. 1-2-3 Sanchiku is the plan. I mean, I was tempted to look at other things here, but I'm still feeling that this is probably the best bet right now. Although if I draw a 6, that puts me into a one-sided weight here, which isn't great, and also is kind of worthless. Boom. Okay. Well, Aegon's Croatian, so maybe it's a Croatian thing. I mean, cheese on pies is fine, but pies with cheese inside them? Less so. That's my opinion, though, of course. Okay, so if I can draw a 4 or a 5 here, pair this up Tenpai winning on the 2 dot. Riichi Sanchiku. Sumo for Mungan. Cheesecake is totally different thing to cheese pie, I would imagine. Though we might be talking about that. Okay, key tech is on. If I draw this 2, I'm going to have to do something really bizarre here. Oh, I can't take it open. I cannot take that 2 open because it does give me Tenpai. It devalues the hand too much. I can't reach. Can't get the sumo anymore. This, though, is game on. That 2 dot now could easily be Hanneman. No. No. Okay. So now we need to sumo, really. So Riichi, sumo, Sanchiku, hope for Uradura, Hanneman. Cheesecake is weird, but it's delicious. So I'm just looking at what's been eliminated here. There's quite... So I see 3 of the freeze. So that 2 is getting increasingly likely. However, that might cause a headache here. That did. And it's Ipatsu, Dora 3. Yeah, that's more than enough. No, well, I'm in last place then. That was unfortunate, but we had to go for the Sanchiku hand. And that'll do it for this series, I think. So, thanks for joining me as always. We will update the tables. I was in a commanding lead. I'm probably not anymore.